Today is all about the core. So we're going to be doing just abdominal exercises, and these are the foundational ones that you will see over and over in many classes, but in different variations of it. So let's begin. Let's begin this ab series laying down on our back with our feet flat and our knees bent. Okay. So let's just keep our feet on the mat to begin. We're gonna start with our hands behind our head. Interlace your fingers behind your head and try not to pull with your hands, but just kind of have a nice like hammock. Think of like your hands are like holding your head like a hammock. Elbows are a little bit wide. Let's start with our breath. Breathe in, exhale. On the next one, let's add an abdominal curl. So breathe in, exhale. Nod the chin and curl yourself up just to the tips of your shoulder blades. Inhale, lengthen back down. Exhale, curl up. Good. Find this like cinching sensation. Inhale, lengthen down. Good. Let's do 3 more. Curl up. Gaze between the thighs. Inhale, lengthen down. Exhale, curl up. Remember that chin. Make sure you got a little space here. No crushing, no looking up at the ceiling. And 1 more, keep those elbows wide. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, lengthen down. Okay, let's add a little tiny rotation here. So the next time you curl up, you're gonna rotate your opposite shoulder towards your opposite thigh. So think, big inhale, curl up, rotate, opposite shoulder to opposite thigh. Roll back down through the center and then curl up and rotate to the opposite direction. Inhale, lengthen down. Exhale, curl and rotate. Good. So each time you rotate, you're not really thinking of your elbow just rotating, right, like this. You want to try to think of the back of your right shoulder pulling up and over to that left thigh. Lower back down. Back of your left shoulder, opposite thigh, curl up. And you should be feeling your obliques, right? That little pinch on each side each time you curl up. And use your breath. Inhale and exhale, curl, rotate. And see, I'm not going higher than the tips of my shoulder blades. And lower back down. Very good. Let's move on to some it's called Series 5, and these abdominal exercises you'll see quite often in lots of Pilates classes we teach. So let's bring our legs to that tabletop position to begin. Find that neutral or maybe even an imprinted flat back, whatever feels better to you. Maintain that throughout this whole exercise. Grab behind your thighs, nod your chin, and curl up to that chest lift just to the tips of the shoulder blades. Reach one leg out and bring opposite knee in. And then switch. Your gaze is between your thighs, not up at the ceiling. And you're just switching and alternating. If this starts to feel like too much in the neck, you can always lower your upper body down and do the same thing, but you might need to bring your legs a little higher so that you don't arch your back. Okay, so let's do 4 more. Reach, reach, last 2, and last set. Very good. Lower back down, take a little pause, and exhale, curl up. Now I want you to pull your knees in towards your head, and then without arching your back, you're gonna reach your arms and legs away from the center. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, circle your arms, pull your knees in. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, pull everything in, double leg stretch. If this, again, you can do it with your head down. Just make sure those legs are coming up a little bit higher, right? So you're not gonna arch. Let's do 4 more. Reach, make sure that low back's still into the mat. 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. This next one, you can keep your head down and just put your hands underneath your tailbone right here. This is a good place to stay, especially if you're still building up to that core strength. You're gonna straighten your legs up to the ceiling. Lengthen your legs away without arching your back and only go as far down as you can maintain that neutral pelvis, then straighten your legs back up to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, leg lowers. Now, if you want more of a challenge, you can take your hands out, curl up into that chest lift, and then do the same thing. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, lift. This is double straight leg stretch, very challenging. 3 more. Last one. Notice I'm not going super far down with my legs, right? I'm just going as far as I can while maintaining that low back into the mat. All right, next one, single straight leg stretch. So curl up into that chest lift. You're gonna straighten your legs up to the ceiling, lower one leg down, pull the other one in. Now you can be holding behind your thigh, you can be holding up by your calf muscle. Pull your leg in as much as you feel that nice stretch, and then switch your legs. And you can do a little pulse, 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 pulse. Good, your chest is lifted. Your gaze is between the thighs again. And again, you can also do this with your head down. 4 more, 4, 3, 2, last one, and lower down. Hug those knees in. Let's finish with crisscross. So crisscross is similar to what we did in the beginning with those rotations. However, we're going to keep our legs in a tabletop position. Now you can either stay in tabletop and continue to rotate and rotate, or you can add an opposite leg reach. So the full expression is, take an inhale to begin, exhale, curl up, rotate to the opposite thigh, reach the same leg that you're rotating with away. And then switch, and switch. Again, think of the back of the shoulder rotating towards that opposite thigh bone. Good, and I like to exhale each time I twist. And twist, starting to feel it. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Give those knees a hug. Maybe start to straighten your arms and legs out long, giving yourself a nice big stretch through the core. And that is your Series 5 abdominal exercises. Very challenging, but you will see variations of that throughout many of the mat Pilates classes or even on the reformer. We do a lot of that. So practice those, use modifications, and then build up to maybe a chest lift or maybe reaching the leg away. You don't have to do it all at the same time. So practice that, and I will see you back here.